Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, Head Currency Analyst. In this video, we're going to take a look at the Forex market outlook, highlight the strength and weakness of the currencies and the trend in pairs to watch of the week. So, first of all, just starting off with the strength and weakness chart, we can see that we have a number of different opportunities. Now, Euro has taken a bit of a dive this week, and so has the New Zealand dollar, which is interesting because especially because Kiwi was at that high strength on the strength meter a while back. Now we're starting to see that completely reverse, so expecting a bit more downside on Kiwi. CAD is the strongest pair at the moment, considerably stronger, just pretty much straight lining at the moment. Don't really see too much slowdown in that. So really the trend in pairs this week are going to involve a lot of Canadian dollar pairs. Also, the Swiss franc has started to regain a little bit of strength. We can see here that it's got moved from -7 to -4, but we'll focus on the Swiss franc going into the week. So let's just have a little look at the strength meter just to kind of confirm what we've been talking about and just look at it visually. On a chart, we can see that the Canadian dollar, which is green, is moving to the upside, and it has now crossed multiple different currencies, including the pound most recently this week. So, you know, definitely be looking for that CAD strength to continue and some downtrends to be forming across some CAD pairs. We're going to take a look at Kiwi CAD. We looked at this last week, so we'll take another look at it this week. And we're going to take a look at Aussie CAD, which is this grey line through here, and we'll have a little look at those markets in particular. So let's go take a look in and have a little look at Euro first. Obviously Euro, very important currency pair to talk about, and last week we spoke about this area kind of at 1958 just kind of being an area where the market was finding a little bit of support. We had a little bit of mixed news last week, which kind of created this almost low ranging range bound week, with the market kind of capped between these 2 points. So I'd like to see a breakout of this week, and if the dollar's going to strengthen further, which was the sort of the opposite of what the Fed's talking about, but with the bond yields continuing to rise, it only looks to me like the dollar is going to potentially continue that rally. And with Euro dropping off, what I'll be looking for is a break of trend. So if price can break to the downside here, 1831 is going to be the sort of target for us, and if price can break through that high volume level, then we could see price coming back down into these lows through here on Euro US dollar. So keep an eye out on this one this week. Obviously the risk is to the upside. If price was to break higher, then we'd see some further advances to the upside. But you know, with that strength and weakness showing us that Euro is taking a bit of a dip at the moment, we should see a potential breakout. Kiwi as well was an interesting one. We spoke about this towards the end of last week, talking about the fact that we have this in head and shoulders pattern. We've came up into this volume level of 72.52, rejected, closing lower. I like this 0.7013 area as a target for those selling opportunities. So what I'm going to be looking for is to sell this market on breaks of trend. So at the moment we kind of have this large move and a bit of an indecision candlestick. We spoke about the fact that if the market was going to close below this 236 level, that could signify that we are going to get that change of trend. And you can see here, obviously, after that fact, the market came up, formed a lower high, and we started to push a little bit. So for me, what I'll be watching for is a break of this doji candlestick. If price closes and breaks the doji lows, then we're going to see some further downside on this pair. We're going to see price towards that 7102, which is these lows just through here. If price can break further out of that, then we'll see some further downside. And with the sort of Kiwi weakness coming in, I wouldn't be surprised if we were to see that breakout and a move lower. Aussie US dollar. So Aussie is a little bit different in terms of the fact that price had already kind of retested this area once, and it's come back and rejected it again, forming this kind of double top pattern on the daily time frame. Kilos are going to be down in this area here. If price can break through this area, it would be good for some shorting opportunities. We can also kind of look at the early trend line break here. If price can break through this trend line, close below, that would be an interesting opportunity to see if price can then trend to the downside. The reason why I quite like this moving lower is obviously we're looking at Kiwi dollar breaking lower as well, but the Aussie CAD trend looks quite nice here. So just going on to Aussie CAD then, one of the trending pairs of the week, we can see that the weekly is largely in this uptrend, okay, and that we're in a retracement phase of that uptrend. Now in those retracement phases, we on an uptrend we likely see downtrends forming from the daily time frame, which we can look to take advantage of. Now I've spotted this level just through here on Aussie CAD, which is 9542. This is a high volume level. So what I mean by that is in this area here where there was an accumulation of price, institutions have been buying most at this level, 9542. The institutions have then, we know that they were buyers at this point because price has broken to the upside. So if price comes back down to this area, are they going to defend that level? But this is a good place to sort of target the market on this move, because we're likely to see this area tested, or this high volume tested. So going on to the daily time frame, then we can see that in that weekly retracement phase, we have really nice opportunities on trend, because we have the market making lower lows and lower highs, and price is currently stumbling here at this previous structure point. So what I like to do then in this area is look for that break in trend. So if I was to go down to a 4-hour time frame, for instance, what I would typically see and look for is a breakout of any kind of changes in cycle. So you can see when we have sort of, let me just change this to a line tool so we can get this looking good. So when the daily is then in that downtrend scenario as well, what we look for is if the 4-hour matches it and starts to make lower lows, then the market is likely going to continue that impulse phase. When we get that pullback phase, the market then breaks trend through here. So in this instance, it was a little head and shoulders. Price broke down to the downside. Looking for something very similar again. If and we're kind of getting that at the moment. Price is breaking a little bit of trend here. So we'll see if that can follow through and break through these lows. Would be nice to see a continuation down to 9542. So that would be my outlook there on Aussie CAD. Very similar on Kiwi CAD as well. Price is largely in this uptrend through here. Are we going to see price come back to the most traded level within this candlestick block? So 87.75 or 87.76 is the level of interest here. What I like about this one as well, it has been used as support and resistance in the past. So this is a nice level to watch for price to come into. Daily chart, again, getting that really nice trend line move and really nice lower lows, lower highs. Looking for that continuation at this point. So again, what you can do is dive into that 4-hour time frame, have a little look at how the price action's forming on the 4-hour. But what we have seen is price sort of breaking through these trend line areas, continuing to move down. At the moment, we have a little bit of a sort of a box going on. So what I would like to see, if price can break to the downside on this, it'd show us that in this area here, sellers were still active, and that we could look to trade price down to that major swing level then. So 776 is going to be the targets for me on Kiwi CAD if we get a breakout of this zone in here. Thanks for watching this Forex market outlook. I'll catch you in the next one.